The building environment in Federal Polytechnic Bida is well structured and in order, apart from the few buildings like the Lagos area where the building pattern are not in layer. These buildings lack professional structures in its building planning. Building in and around the Federal Polytechnic Bida, which lacks professional builders in planning and survey. They build without checking the principles of building or the laws guiding all residential building. Buildings are meant for either commercial users or for you and me to live.
In any building, the client, like Federal Polytechnic, you will call an architect, give him a brief. This is what I want, this I want. The architect will now work on the brief and pass it to structural engineer who design the positions, the sizes of roads. If after he has done his work, you give it to service engineer like electrical, plumbing. Before they now give it to a builder or a contractor to construct. So I don't believe that there is no professional touch. There are professional. If not, where we are staying here, if there was no professional, it will have collapsed.
Most buildings around Bida lacks transport flow of water, in other words, gutter where all dirty water pass through. The landowner invite people that are not professionals in building. They build reckless houses without gutter, and when it rains heavily, the environment, instead of water to flow, it will rather engulf the buildings. And when the buildings have absorbed the water, it tends to destroy the buildings slowly because there is no transport flow of water.
It's what we call central sewage system treatment. Like if you go to Abuja now, it's centrally treated sewage they have, whereby you don't do private soakaways or private septic tank, but they have a central one whereby you just link your pipe to the mains and the main will carry it to central. But here now, it's individuals. Can you tell me that this building now doesn't have any sewage plant in any city? That is traditional architecture. That is traditional buildings, whereby it's the people that does it. Because to do a lot of infrastructural plan, it needs a lot of money. And how many communities can afford it? So maybe it's the fault of the government that didn't allow that. It is well planned. The sewage system were put in place and the rest of it. But without that, the community can't do anything more than to build and to be able to defecate outside. It's the government maybe problem. The government didn't make provision for that, and people have to build. People have to have shelter to live on. Their own is just shelter, but after that, they don't bother about how the roads are situated, how sewage are done. Some of them will have buildings, they don't even think of toilet. They will pass through outside in the bushes.
Also, some of the houses that has transport flow of water makes use of it in the way which is not supposed. They pour some of their refuse instead of dumping it in a basket. But rather you see them dumping them on the street, while some even dump it directly into the gutter. When that gutter is loaded with lots of dirt or things that are supposed to be in a bowl, it blocks the flow of water. And when this water can't move again, it will invite flood in that area, and then you see houses collapsing. The importance of using professionals in building is good because it will avoid future loss, and these professionals you use will have an architectural designers that will show how the house will be built in a professional way.
That's what we call sanitary inspectors. They will come to your house, they will ask you to dig soccerways, and they have.
There are enforcement that supervise buildings around the environment, and when they see that these buildings are not following the stipulated rules of building, they ask that owner of the land to stop the building, not just because life is at stake but because the environment is at stake too.
Every construction in this state will house a human being, and that is human life. Life should be very, very important to us. You will see some people making blocks. They will carry sand from the gutter and mix it with cement. And we have so many types of cement in Nigeria today that are not even supposed to enter this country. People are so much in a hurry. They want to start a building today and finish tomorrow. It's never done. It takes stages.
As a building planner, the role to play about the building pattern is to make sure builders involved are enlightened of the proper layout of building constructions, the drainage, sewage for proper building standard as not to affect the building afterwards. The role of a citizen in BIDA is that we seek cooperation with the building enforcement in the state to report any house without proper planning to have gutter and even space for another building.
Making sure that the materials we are using in building to curb the incessant collapse of buildings becomes very, very important. Our interest is to go out to educate people to see the importance of the good materials, the importance of using the right personnel, professionals, so that the issue of collapse of building will be put to check.
So the citizen needs to also find a way to dump their dirt by burning it, though it will lead to pollutions of the environment, but it will reduce the risks of environment.
They have collection points whereby refuse can be deposited there and packed. Actually, they don't have, but I know even the government is making arrangements. They don't normally construct a refuge area, but they will designate points whereby you can deposit your refuse, and you can see vehicles evacuating it to where they will deposit them.
For a better standard of building which the school and the government and even the community, the government are to see into this because they happens to be the major source of financial standard to help out and make sure these buildings are put in place.
You know, when you want to construct, their construction or do infrastructure involves so many professions: the architect, the quantity surveyor, the town, the urban and regional planning, the surveyors. Those we call them surveyor, informatic. They have to come in, plan the whole thing very well. The layouts are done, how you put your building are done, what height you're supposed to go are done. There is one fundamental thing the government needs to do. Government needs to create layouts. What I mean by layout, they will have created layouts, how you put your buildings, and those layouts will have all the infrastructure necessary inbuilt in them. Like they will provide the roads, the drainages, the electricity will have been drawn there. And if the government is not doing that, the population, they don't have the capital to do those things. It's government work that has to come in, do a layout. If the government can come in and do a layout with every facility, it will be easier for the community to just go and build.
Let's build right in order to achieve a sustainable, organized, livable business environment in Federal Polytechnic, Bida, Niger State and Nigeria.